Hi, Dan Reagan here with ATSPicks.com, and this is your video report for December the 30th. Okay, yesterday I gave you a free pick winner on the New York Giants versus the Washington Redskins. How easy was that game? The Giants kicked ass. The Redskins, I told you they were going to suck. I knew they were going to suck, and yeah, they did. I also, my $5 play cashed in. It was a teaser on the Saints and the Seahawks. Easy winner. I love those for 15 dimes. So I had a good day yesterday. It was a great day of football. Not too many surprises, really. And I love it when that happens, Probably the biggest surprise was that Miami Dolphins game, which broke my heart because I'm a Miami Dolphins fan. And they just sucked for the last 2 weeks. And I hope they fire that coach because, oh my God, he just cannot get it done. But, oh well, moving on. Uh, Today I'm gonna give you a college football free pick on the Oregon Ducks minus 14.5 in the Alamo Bowl tonight against Texas. This game is kind of interesting to me because it's Mac Brown's last game in Texas, so you think they're going to come out and play pretty tough. It's practically a home game for them, but it's Oregon in a dome, Oregon on turf. That is scary. I could easily see them scoring 40 to 50 points in this game, and Texas cannot match them. They don't have it. They don't have the defense or the offense, and I know they want to win this game, but I really think Oregon is going to just kick the living shit out of them. Oregon is pissed off because they don't want to play in the Alamo Dome. They want to be playing for a national championship game, and they stumbled the last week, but they always lose to Stanford, but that's at Stanford on grass. And they lost to Arizona, but that's on grass too. So, the dome is a lot faster, which is perfect for Oregon. And I think they're going to want to make a statement that they're still an elite franchise and they are going to win this game by a lot of points. So I'm going to pick Oregon minus 14.5. I know it's a big spread, but I do think Oregon is going to cover that, and they're going to win this game by 3 touchdowns. Okay, so that's my college football pick. I'm focusing more on the NBA because I've been doing really good on the NBA lately. Tonight's an interesting night. Lots of games going on. My first pick I want to give you is on the Utah Jazz versus the Charlotte Bobcats. I'm going to suggest that you take the Utah Jazz -1 in the first half. Utah, although they are one of the worst teams in the league, and I usually don't like to bet on the worst teams in the league, they have been playing pretty good lately. They've been building their confidence. They almost beat the Clippers last night or 2 nights ago, and they probably should have won that game, but they collapsed in the fourth quarter like bad teams always do. But they were up at the half, and they were playing them tough. And before that, they beat the Lakers at home. So they're kind of on a roll. And Charlotte, although they've been playing really good away from home. They've covered a lot against the spread on the road. I think this is going to be a tough game for them. Utah beat them in Charlotte not long ago. So, Utah matches up good against them. And, Charlotte comes to Utah once a year, and it's a tough place to play. And you have a young Utah team that's gaining confidence. That's dangerous, And I'm not saying Charlotte's not going to win this game outright, but Utah is favored -2. And they're a bad team. So that tells you that even the line odds makers think that Utah is going to be a good team or is going to have a good game and win this game. So I see no reason not to pick Utah, which has started strong in the first half, the last few games, to come out and start strong again. And Charlotte might take a while to get going. So I'm going to take Utah -1 in the first half. Okay. And the next game I want to talk about tonight is we have Detroit against Washington. I think this is an interesting game. Detroit has lost its last 3 games. They aren't playing good. They just got beat really bad in Washington. But, after 3 games is kind of that threshold where teams start to win or lose. You don't see a lot of 4-game losing streaks. And Detroit is back at home tonight against Washington. They just played them. They're going to be familiar with them. And I think Detroit is going to come out and play tough, at least to start this game. I think they're going to win this game, So, it's that home and home revenge. I could be wrong, but, I think Detroit is going to get off the wagon, the schneid, whatever you want to call it, and is going to come back and they're going to play tough tonight. And I think Detroit is going to win this -2.5. Even the odds makers think Detroit's going to win this. I tend to agree with them. I think Detroit is going to get back on track tonight. They have a good team. They just haven't been playing that good. And I'm going to suggest that you take Detroit -2.5 tonight. If the odds makers think they're going to win, they're probably going to win. Yeah, I could see it. So that's one of my. I suggest that you take Detroit -2.5 tonight. I know that might seem a strange pick, and it probably is, but I got to go with my gut on this one. The next game, Phoenix against the Clippers. Phoenix -4.5 in the first half. I love it. Uh, the Clippers have not been starting out strong. When teams are really good, like the Clippers, those first halves, sometimes they just come out and they just play lackluster basketball because they know in the second half they're going to kick ass and they're going to win this game. They don't worry about it. They don't have to come out with strong starts. But Phoenix, which has an awesome ATS record on the road, by the way, they're going to need to come out and play strong to start the game. So I'm going to take Phoenix -4.5 points. I think they're going to come out and they're going to play tough to start this game. And the Clippers are going to have another lackluster effort. So I'm going to suggest that you take the Suns, who I actually think could win this game. They're favorite, or they're catching 8 points, but Phoenix is tough, man. They're for real. They got a good young team playing together, playing good basketball. So Phoenix in the first half, +4.5 points. That's a good bet. The next game I want to talk about is Minnesota against Dallas. The over in this game is really enticing to me. It's at 213.5 now, I believe. It's going up, so get it quickly. Minnesota has been playing great basketball right now, and they just won their last 2 games. They're back home. They've been playing good at home, and Dallas, who just kicked the shit out of Chicago, they've been playing good too. Neither one of these teams play defense. I could just see this game being, one of those 125 to 120 kind of games, just lots and lots of points. So I like the over in this contest. I also like Minnesota in the first half. I think -2.5. I think they're going to come out. They're going to play tough. They're going to get this win. They've beaten Dallas twice already this year. So they have confidence against Dallas. I think this is a good spot. I think there's gonna be lots of points. I think Minnesota is gonna get the win. It's 4.5 for the game. I probably like Minnesota in that too. But Minnesota is one of those teams that I'm not sure I trust in the fourth quarter. So I'm gonna suggest that if you're gonna back the Timberwolves, back them in the first half when they're gonna come out, be on fire, and that's at -2.5. Couple more games. Memphis tonight at Chicago. Memphis -4.5. Memphis is playing better. Chicago is playing awful. Chicago doesn't come to Memphis very much. It's not a familiar place. I think Memphis has an advantage here. They're playing better. They need this game. They need this win. There aren't many that they can get now. And I just like their team as of right now better than Chicago. I don't know what is wrong with Chicago, but when they lost Derrick Rose and they got turmoil, something's going on there, man. They've just been playing really, really bad basketball. And to have the odds makers favor Memphis by 4.5, that kind of tells you that, they think Memphis is going to win this game too. And it wouldn't surprise me if they won this game by like 10 tonight. So I'm going to suggest that you take Memphis -4.5 points. I think that's a good bet. And I think that's it for my picks today. Yep. So I gave you a bunch of NBA picks and one college football pick. Hopefully that helps you guys out. Lots of good games tonight. And good luck. Buy my $5 play. I got another teaser going in the NBA tonight. Hopefully another winner for 15 times. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good luck. And Happy New Year.